Hi, this is Kizzi, and welcome to our very special video exploring the secrets of the business success mindset. This video is brought to you in collaboration with the book, The Game Changers Handbook. This is the Bible for every SME all over the world. Written by some of industry's most knowledgeable thought leaders, the Game Changers Handbook is produced in an informative conversational style with valuable, insightful advice and case studies taken from real business people running real businesses. The Game Changers Handbook is packed full of valuable insights and advice that tackle some of the most common and often not so common problems associated with running your own show, whether you're working alone from home or running a business with employees. To pick up your copy of the Game Changers Handbook, just click the link in the description box of this video. Oh, and if you're a game changer and you love exploring new ideas, I'm extending a personal invitation to you. Join our tribe. Subscribe to our Inspiration and Wellbeing channel and head over to Kizzi magazine at kizzi.biz and sign up for our newsletter. Who knows, you might just hear or read something that could change your life. Okay, on with this week's show. As I was out walking last week, a question came to my mind that I really had to think long and hard about. Why is it that some people seem to shine in anything they do, while others have to exert themselves and they just can't manage even a glimmer of success despite having some obvious talents? Now, research shows that it's the way that they think about their ability that really counts. During lots of conversations with game-changing business people, I've come to the conclusion that a lot of success comes down to whether you have a fixed or growth mindset. The fixed or growth mindset are two ways to view intelligence and ability. Now, there are some people who believe that our ability is fixed or ingrained. In other words, we're born with a certain level of ability and we can't change that. This is called a fixed mindset. And then there are others who argue that we can develop our ability through hard work and effort. I buy into that. This is called a growth mindset. These two different beliefs lead to different behavior and also to different results. Having a growth mindset, the belief that you're in control of your own ability and can learn and improve, is just one of the keys to success. And there are a few others. We reached out to our Game Changers community and asked a number of successful business leaders to share with us the secrets of the business success mindset. Here's what they had to say.
Hey there, Julian Van der Waal here, head coach at Spartan Business Academy and owner and founder of Empower Solar Commercial. Obviously in business, there's lots of things that we need to understand and develop our skills in, whether that be sales, recruitment, finance, legal, social media, marketing, the list goes on and on, dealing with customer service, lots of things. One thing that I feel is severely overlooked is the focus and the intentive focus of mindset. Now, obviously everyone knows that you need to have a positive mindset. I don't know if positivity works every time, but being negative works every single time. But one of the most important parts is understanding what influence our mindset has over our outcomes. Okay, so if you think about our thoughts and our feelings, that's going to determine our actions and our results. And it all comes from the way we think, our beliefs, our characteristics, our attributes that we display every single day, our consistency, and also our habits, if I didn't say that already. So one thing that we want to make sure of when we're working through our mindset is how we're showing up every single day. What's the first thing that comes to our mind when we hear something negative? What's the first thing that comes to our mind when we hear something positive? Sometimes people being sarcastic can actually be an underlying issue of someone actually being a little bit negative. Especially at the moment when there's so many uncontrollable things in our business, one thing that we really want to hold on to is our consistency on how we show up every single day. So if we've had a great month, our mindset and our attitude should be exactly the same, because as you know, in business, every single day starts from zero, and we create our business growth and our revenue every single day, every single week, every single month, every single quarter, and every single year. It can be up and down depending on lots of variables. We want to make sure that with all these variables going on around ourselves and all these government regulations and restrictions and different rules and regulations that we need to abide by, or at least be contained by, we want to make sure that we are showing up every single day super positive. The other interesting part is making sure that the way we're displaying these characteristics is the leadership and the example that we want to show to our people. The reason why we want to do that is that we can remove all the excuses. And one of my mentors used to say to me all the time, it's not what happens, it's how we deal with it. The other thing that I really want to focus on is either when or because of. So we can actually go into the victim mentality of, well, it's because of this. The reason why we didn't close that deal is because of that. Well, even when things were up against the wall, we still managed to get a great outcome out of it. We may not have got the deal, but now we've got a relationship with that person. We might be looking at doing business later on down the track. So it's not all about the deals right now. It's the mindset that we have going in there, a positive, optimistic, not being naive. It's a positive mindset, especially the way things are in the world right now. We want to make sure, finally, that we're the protectors and the guardians of what we're consuming every single day. So if we're triggered and influenced by certain negative things on the news or illogical decisions or things that we don't agree with, we want to make sure that we're holding ourselves to a massive high standard, that we don't allow our people to see how we're thinking, especially if it's a negative way. Okay, hope that helps. Looking forward to seeing the success in 2022. Very much success.
Hi, I am Dr. Marianne Trent, and I am a clinical psychologist with Good Thinking Psychological Services, and I help professionals to work smarter, not just harder. And I think it can be really useful when we think about how we are spending our time and whether we are spending our time doing the things that we do best. And it might be worth having a little look at your day-to-day duties and thinking about whether you need to be doing any ironing, whether you need to be doing the cleaning. And if you think that actually they might be better outsourced, then you can give yourself permission to do just that, because that frees you up to be able to spend more time doing the things that you do so brilliantly. You might really enjoy ironing, but unless you are earning money from doing it, then it's likely that you can spend your time more lucratively, so that you are leveraging your time to help you earn more money. And it's okay for you to do that. You can give yourself permission to earn money and to trade your time for money many times over. And one of the ways you can do that is to cut down on the level of one-to-one work that you are doing. Now, you need to be quite careful that you're earning enough here to cover your need to earn basics, that you're going to be still able to afford your rent, your mortgage, your food bills and your energy bills, of course. But if you are, then you might like to look at cutting down either half a day a week, maybe even a whole day a week, to give yourself some flexibility, some freedom, room to breathe, maybe even room to exercise, but to be able to commit in your diary to a time each week where you're going to really set about creating some assets within your business that you can then, sell for more money. So it might be that you're preparing for more lucrative one-to-one work. It might be that you're preparing for, creating courses, creating films, creating products or books that are going to help people, but also bring you some help to your bank balance too. You might also find it useful to look at who is doing the cooking in your family. If you are doing the bulk of it, but there's other grown-ups or even older children in the house, then could you rejig that a little bit? This is something that we did in our house this year, and we're all really enjoying it. So my husband wasn't thrilled with the idea that he cooked an extra day a week, but actually we are all really enjoying having these new flavors and recipes coming into our meal times every week, and the kids are even eating better too. So it is absolutely a win-win. Hope you find these ideas really useful, and wishing you all the very best of luck and success and happiness in your business. Take care.
Hi, my name's Paul Mitchell. They call me Master Paul, and I run a martial arts organisation called United Taekwondo. Currently relocated from Northern Territory through Queensland, New South Wales, ACT, and we finished with a centre down in Tasmania. I thought I had incredible work-life balance. Married, 2 children, had a dog, I was a homeowner, I was a sales rep, and I had 9 centres, 300 members in a Taekwondo organisation. Then life knocked me to my knees. In 2006, I was kicked out of Taekwondo. I didn't get a well-deserved promotion at work, and Mum died after suffering dementia for over 8 years. That was my rock bottom. But what saved me was my father's words. He said, life will test you, challenge you, shake you or break you, but how strong you stand will make you. Always stand strong. Now those words were given to me back in 1994, but I remembered them and I decided, you know what? I'm never going to give up. And that's what I say to you. When times get tough, don't ever give up. There is a way out of it. And I'll give you some ideas on how I got out of that. So here I am, a 40% HSC guy, living on $20 a day. I don't know how I managed that, but I was having so much trouble struggling, paying bills and paying mortgage and trying to keep the business alive. And then I decided, you know what? I can do this. I have something special inside. It's called the Reticular Activating System. Now, or RAS for short. So when the system, what it does, it's a filter system. So we get about 60 or 70,000 thoughts a day. And what it does, it filters out 99% of those thoughts. Maybe thoughts that get to your conscious mind are more, someone calls your name out, or you might be in danger. So it makes you more alert. But there's one thing it'll do for you to help your business. And that is, if you ask the right question, it will search for the right answers. Now, these people have gone out, I thought, well, I need marketing. So I went and saw Basic Bananas, and Basic Bananas, I've been since 2013, have increased my business by 200% with their marketing ideas. I went off to a UPW, Unleash the Power Within 2018 with Tony Robbins. And in there, I understand that 2 things came out of it. One is living is giving. So what you want to do is you want to set your organisation up to give back to community in a meaningful way. Right? The other thing is, if you're not growing, you're dying inside. So I started researching these people. The way I do it is via YouTube. So I grab a YouTube account of $12 a month and I go and find the ones that are suitable for my business, and I play them over and over so I can change my mindset. So to finish up, what I want you to do is I want you to never give up. I want you to ask the right questions. I want the reticular activating system. You'll get it. It will work for you, and it will help you find the answers that will help your business go to the next level. Now, when I was kicked out of Taekwondo, I was left with 1 centre, 30 members, and wondering, am I going to just check out in life? That was what I was thinking. I now run 37 centres, 1,500 members, and with our school programs, we teach 2,000 students a week. I've won local and national business awards. I've been nominated and selected as the best coach out of 3,500 coaches teaching primary school children in New South Wales ACT, which may be the top 10 in Australia out of 6,500. Now, why do I do all this? I've entered tournaments. I've gone into tournaments and come second, third, fourth in tournaments. Why do I do this? This isn't about the medals and that. This is about my mindset. So now I'm surrounding myself, and so when people now look at my profile, they'll go, oh my goodness, this guy's got something to offer. And I think if you want your business to take it to that next level, you need to have something different than what your competition's got. Right? You need to add more value than anyone else can. And that's what I do in my business. I wish you all the best. And I know I've gone a little bit over time, but there's just so much I'd love to share with you. All right, thank you so much.
Hello, my name's Jem. I work as an executive and senior leader coach with clients across the public, private, and not-for-profit sectors. I'm based on the Great Ocean Road in Victoria, down here in Australia, and I have clients globally. Today, I wanted to talk with you about one of the fundamental principles to your business success: to your leadership success, in fact, to the success of any of the endeavors in your life. And that is the discipline of a positive perspective. Now, we know from copious amounts of research that when we engage any situation, problem solving or challenges with a positive perspective, we get better results. But I call it the discipline of a positive perspective because it doesn't always come naturally. Some of us are born naturally more negatively wired. So we have a tendency towards seeing the glass as half empty or what's not possible, slightly more pessimistic. And some of us are born optimists. We see the glass half full. We're looking at the silver lining on things. It doesn't matter where you sit on this spectrum of positive to negative mindset. When you activate the discipline of choosing a positive perspective, you get better results. So what could that look like? Well, that could be the Monday morning team meeting agenda has an item at the start of the agenda, which is, what are we telling ourselves right now? What am I choosing to believe right now? To investigate the mindset of the people sitting around the table. Are we focused on restrictions? Are we focused on what's under control? Are we focused on what we can't do? Or are we looking at what might be possible? What could we do? So having that positive perspective. If it is stuck in the negative mindset, how could you reframe it? What language could you choose to use differently? How can you shift your focus to what might be possible? There's an acronym I find really helpful in this, and I've been using this acronym since I stumbled across it in 2014. Super simple, but just as powerful as it is simple. Easy to remember, it's a famous acronym, CIA, not the American Spy Organization. C stands for control. So whenever there's a challenge or a problem, or you think something should be amended or fixed, or we need to find a solution for it, you put it into one of these three categories. Is it within our control? If we can control it, give it 100% of your blood, sweat, and tears. Give it 100% of your creative problem-solving capacity. Then there's things that are not in your control. So if it's not in your control, perhaps you've got some influence over it. So I stands for influence. If you've got influence over a situation, give it the appropriate amount of your blood, sweat, and tears. If you've only got 2% influence, that's all it gets. If you've got 80% influence, that's what it gets. Then there's a lot of things that you can't control, you've got no influence over, and they go straight into the last category. A stands for accept. And this is liberation. When something goes in the accept basket, it gets 0 of your worry, 0 of your stress, completely move on. Now, this acceptance piece is easier said than done. Sometimes there'll be something that's happened and you know you can't control it. You've got no influence over it. So you put it in the accept basket, and then a couple of hours later, you find yourself stressing and worrying about it again. Okay, that's fine. It's a practice. It's like yoga or Pilates. You just put it back in the accept basket. So this is a practice. This is a way of being. Each day, you and your team can use this acronym, CIA. Can we control it? If we can't, do we have any influence? If we don't, accept basket and move on. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful and practical and something that you can implement and use in your business to help you get better results in the future. Bye for now.
Hi, I'm David Ciccarelli, the CEO and founder of Voices, the #1 marketplace for voiceover and audio production. We connect the most beloved brands with the professional freelancers that they need to bring their creative projects to life, and we've been doing it since 2005. After more than 15 years at the helm of a rapidly growing industry, I've learned a thing or two about the business success mindset along the way, and today I'd like to share these ideas with you. First, it's important to view your customer as the hero in their personal story, with your brand as the guide. Too many organizations get this wrong and in fact complete backwards and put themselves at the center. No, you want to put your customer at the center, and so that they're the hero and your organization is merely the guide. You help them achieve their goals. A mindset of shared success ensures that your customers' needs and desires are always factored into every decision that you make, from the minor to the major. One illustration of a customer-centric decision would be the creation of a digital community specifically designed for your customers. This would be a virtual place where they can learn and ask questions, learn from each other, and even support one another as well. As an example, Voices has created a community forum where customers can engage with each other, share tips, ideas, and even their personal experiences. Now, in the past, we've also hosted mixers, workshops, and even an annual conference. Of course, many of these events needed to be adjusted in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, but we've worked hard not to cancel too many, and instead utilize the technology and go virtual in an effort to continue to bring all of our customers together, making them the hero in their journey. You can extend this idea of shared success with your customers to include virtual events like monthly webinars, live streams, or even YouTube videos to keep your brand relevant and in the minds of your audience. Because remember, you need to be on the top of their mind for them to feel like they're the hero and your brand is the guide, guiding them along their way to their success. You've probably also noticed that any event can also be repurposed into becoming videos that are permanently available to your community, which not only supports your video content strategy, but also your customers to engage with you on their own schedule. By doing this, we've seen a significant increase in the number of subscribers on our own YouTube channel, jumping from 9,000 subscribers to over 21,000 just in the last 2 years. To further reap the benefits of a thriving digital community, you need to be consistent with the posting and responding on social media. This means remembering that your community exists and needs you outside the periodic events that they're invited to. If your community is an important strategic pillar in your company, you need to have a dedicated community manager, or at the very least, a social media manager who can engage your community online and promote upcoming events. Leverage your social media following to gather questions for upcoming events, such as office hours or for a panel discussion. When your community feels like they're creating with you, they're more likely to attend and engage in your events, and perhaps even become an unofficial brand ambassador and to share your success with you.
To be successful in business or anything else, it all starts right here. It begins with having the right mindset for success. But what does this really mean? Hello, my name is Rick Ornelas. I'm an ultimate success coach, author, and the founder of I Spark Change. I've coached others for nearly 30 years on how to be the best version of themselves by having a winning mindset. Currently, I help entrepreneurs eliminate the roadblocks preventing their personal and professional success so they can infuse instant growth into their business and life while spreading positive change around the world. Here are my 3 tips for having a mindset for success. Number 1, don't make excuses. By taking personal responsibility of everything you do, you are the master of your own destiny. Your success depends on you and only you. If you have a win, celebrate it and continue working towards your goals. If something doesn't go as planned, don't look to blame anyone else. Own it and move on. When you hold this belief, you understand that you are in control of your success, which is a position of strength and where you want to be. Number 2, don't worry about what others think. Look, I know it's difficult in today's overconnected world to not feel like all eyes are on you. Trust me, I've been there, but you know what? They're not. Everyone is far too busy focused on themselves to worry about your success. Keep the pollution of FOMO, comparisitis, imposter syndrome. Keep that out of your mind and focus on working on your own growth, which brings us to number 3. Don't be afraid to fail. Make mistakes and learn from every experience. Failure is the greatest teacher we have in life. For many years, I didn't take chances because I was afraid to fail. And guess what? It limited my success and growth. Once I started pushing the limits and started taking risks, that's where the successes started to pour in. So remember, with struggles comes strength. From challenges come courage. Your worries can become wisdom. Obstacles are opportunities, and in doing so, you turn adversity into advantages. So here's a bonus tip for you that helps put it all into perspective. In all of these areas and everything you work on, view who you are from the perspective of God, the universe, or whatever higher power there is for you. We are here to create by utilizing all our gifts and talents to their fullest potential. We owe it to humanity to be all that we can be and to help others do the same. Thank you for your desire to have a mindset for success. I wish you all the best in your endeavors.